Located around 1.5 hours northwest of the Greater Toronto Area, Talisman Mountain Resort holds a storied history as a beloved winter destination. Since its grand opening in 1963, the ski resort held a special place in the Ontario ski market, offering skiers 18 downhill runs, a full-service golf course, and over 100 hotel rooms. Talisman truly was a destination resort, and for many years it enjoyed prominence in the local ski community. However, despite its initial successes, financial difficulties and increasing competition led to the resort's sudden closure in 2011. In this video, I will dive into the rise and the fall of Talisman Mountain Resort, exploring its early years, expansions, innovations, and the challenges it faced, as well as the ongoing efforts to revive this iconic ski resort. So, without further ado, let's dive into this video. In the early 1960s, two local farmers purchased over 300 acres of land with the hopes of eventually opening their own ski hill. It wasn't long before this came to fruition when a 22-room hotel, ski lodge, and various lifts were built. Talisman Mountain Resort officially opened its doors on Christmas Eve in 1963. Boasting the title of Ontario's largest ski development at the time, it quickly became a beloved winter destination. Development rapidly continued in 1965 when the resort expanded, adding 12 guest rooms, a golf course, and tennis courts, effectively transforming it into an all-destination resort. Talisman's Mountainside Lodge was inspired by Bavarian ski lodges and opened in 1968. This lodge added 42 rooms to accommodate the growing visitor numbers. At this time, Talisman was the biggest ski resort in Ontario and one of the only destination ski resorts in Eastern Canada at the time. These were truly the golden years of Talisman. However, despite its early successes, Talisman did face financial difficulties in the early 1980s, leading to its sale to Jake Hammer, who was the former general manager. Hammer's tenure at Talisman began with an unexpected surprise, a burst water pipe that flooded the lodge's lobby. However, he navigated the challenges and during his time invested over $12 million into the resort, aiming to revitalize its appeal in the ever-saturated Ontario ski market. In 1986, under Hammer's direction, the Alpenhof Base Lodge was built, providing enhanced facilities for guests. Talisman also fully embraced the emerging sport of snowboarding and became one of the first skiing facilities in Ontario to welcome snowboarders. During its peak years, Talisman Mountain Resort employed over 200 staff members and offered a wide range of amenities. The resort featured a snow tubing park, hotel conference center, swimming pools, fine and casual dining, and a day lodge with a spa and a gym. The resort boasted over 100 guest rooms for overnight stays, ensuring a memorable experience for visitors. In the late 80s and early 90s, the ski resort invested in 2 new BM lift quad chairs and a Poma triple chair, which improved uphill capacity while modernizing the lift fleet. Unfortunately, the resort, especially the hotel, started to suffer from lack of investment. As bigger resort communities, such as Blue Mountain, were developing, Talisman started losing appeal. Additionally, the resort faced increasing competition from neighboring ski destinations, including Beaver Valley and Blue Mountain. These challenges, coupled with financial strains, led to the ski resort's slow decline in the early 2000s. Following an early season closure due to warm weather, owner William Minnis declared bankruptcy, which marked the end of a 48-year run for Talisman Mountain Resorts. Despite the closure, there has been quite a bit of interest in the potential reopening of the resort. The municipality of Grey Highlands acquired the Talisman property in 2013, subsequently dividing it into 3 lots for resale. In 2014, a Toronto-based development team purchased the resort portion, aiming to reopen it as the Talisman Mountain Springs Inn, which would have been an upscale hotel and spa. However, various obstacles, including the absence of skiing infrastructure, hindered their plans, leaving the resort shuttered. In 2021, the golf course and recreational lands were sold to Westway Capital, which is a Toronto area development company. Negotiations between Westway Capital and the previous resort owner are still ongoing, exploring potential collaboration for the resort's redevelopment. The future of Talisman is still in limbo, and ultimately only time will tell what happens to this once grand resort. Now, let's examine the topography of Talisman Mountain Ski Resort. Let's start at the base area of the South Quad. We have 2 rope tows servicing beginner terrain, and directly above the rope tows a Skyway J-bar. These runs aren't particularly long, but provide an isolated terrain pod for truly beginner skiers to practice. Moving up, we find the South Quad. The South Quad chair was the newest lift at Talisman and has an elevation gain of 157 meters and is around 865 meters in total length. Starting from the top of the South Quad, the skier had 3 black runs available. Number 4, Dad's Run, was the steepest trail at the resort, followed by Whipsaw number 5 and Sinkhole number 6. From the trail map, it looks like either Whipsaw or Sinkhole might have had moguls. Sinkhole also leads to a smaller blue run winding through the trees called Cuckoo Valley. Beginners had no easy way option off the South Quad, apart from traversing to the easier blue runs on the main quad. Moving on, we have the main quad chair with an elevation gain of 150 meters and a length of 821 meters. This quad chair was a standard 80s BM Lifts quad chair. This lift mostly serviced wide intermediate ski runs, such as Champlain's Choice or Rankin's Roll. However, there were some smaller ones that twisted off Champlain's Choice, such as the short black run, the Minefield. Additionally, 2 shorter blue runs, Hogs Hollow and Graham's Gulch, come off the trail. There's also a shorter black run called Wild Things coming off this trail. Moving further north, we see the Beginner Hall double chair. This chair would have served as a progression from the J-bar and provides the only other green run in the entire ski resort. Moving further north, we find the Valley triple chair, installed by Poma in the 1980s. This was one of the few Delta triple chairs that were ever built in the 80s in Ontario. This lift solely serviced a super pipe, labeled as a double black on the trail map. Finally, moving upwards, we find the North Hall double chair directly above the Valley triple. Also built by Hall, this lift solely serviced advanced technical terrain with steeper drops such as Whirlpool or Jacob's Ladder. This lift was also the only one on the mountain not to start in a base area. Finally, it is important to note that the area did have a snow tubing operation with 2 rope tows. However, I will not be classifying this as ski terrain. The Talisman Mountain Resort holds a significant place in the memories of Ontario's ski and snowboarding community. While its early years were marked with success and innovation, financial struggles eventually led to its closure. Today, Talisman Mountain Resort stands as a dormant reminder of its former glory. Despite its closure and the challenges it has faced, there is still hope for the revival of this iconic ski resort. However, only time will tell. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe to my content. And until next time, this is Skier72.